Hey everyone, so there are a lot of mods I've done on my GS500, but this mod that I'm going to do today, well, I should have done this one first because this just made the biggest difference overall for any performance on the bike. See, the GS is a great all-rounder, but its lowest scoring point is really its suspension. Doing hills like this on the GS500 sucked. They really sucked because you just had to fight the bike around the corners. So, jumped onto Sonic Springs, plugged in some info. They've got some really good little calculators on their website. You can put in your weight, your style of riding, all that sort of stuff, and they'll sort you out with the right springs for your bike. Race Tech also do the same sort of thing. A few things in the box. You get some bit of pipe. This looks like it's going to be for preload adjustment. Got the springs and some washers and some instructions. Now this is a lazy installation method. The non-lazy method involves taking the forks out, and I'd do this if I knew I wanted to change my oil and was doing a bunch of other stuff, but this is a much quicker way. Have the bike supported well, and carefully undo these caps. Careful when they're coming off, they pop off pretty quick. And then using a magnet on a piece of wire and something to prod it into place, fish out the old springs. So here are the old springs and the order in which each part came out. Remember this for when putting it all back in. You get the springs on the bottom, then a little washer, and then your preload spacer thing. So these are the new ones compared to it. A lot denser springs and just that little bit longer. Now putting them all back in there in the order that it came out with, because the springs are longer, you've got these preload adjusters and they just hang out the top. Jacked up the bike to see if I could put the cap on like this, but there was no way that cap was going back on. So I had to take some of the preload adjustment off right away. This is all to do with how much sag and the suspension sitting in the right spot. So cut off a little bit off these tubes, neatened up the edges so that no buried bits of metal be going down into the bottom of my forks. Give them a bit of a clean out on the inside, and then try and get them back on. Yeah, this is a real pain in the arse bit, and I totally own my hand here. Hurts a lot, yeah. But the reason I'm doing this is because if you chop off too much and make it flush, then your preload might be set wrong for your bit of weight. If I leave it on there, well, it's easy enough to chop it off later. But, like I said, really hard to get these suckers back on, and I tried every method. Finally decided I just need to take that a little bit more off to get that cap off. Be really careful to make each of the fork spaces the same way. Managed to get it on, no worries this time. Now sag, this is an important thing. I'll pop up what you need for a GS500. A lot of bikes will be different. So you need to jump on the bike, put all of your gear on, and see how much it compressed. This was like bugger all compression. So I need to take a little bit more off those forks. Chop them down to where it's flush with the top of the things that are perfect for my weight, which is 77 kilos. Then it's time to take it up the hills and test it out. So upgrading your suspension is a pretty serious thing, so don't just trust my dodgy tutorial. Do your homework. Watch a bunch of vids. Check out this guy, he knows his stuff, he's awesome. Do your homework and have fun out there.